Apologies for absence. How many have we got?
More than enough.
How many?
I don't know. Oh, it's it. Sorry.
How many? About 3, 4, isn't it?
3. Councillor.
3.
Councillor Beck, Councillor O'Brien, and Councillor Dalton.
Right. Can we accept those as
So
received, please?
Yeah. Commitment not well in circumstances. Doesn't matter. There's no law about
Sorry,
reading them
I'm
out.
supposed to read that correct.
There's no law that says you can't read them
Right,
out.
alright.
Go on then, let's...
If people are going to filibuster and not
Right.
turn up for meetings because they're getting criticised by the Secretary of State, why should I be reading out the names?
Stuart, get off your box.
Ah.
Number 2, to declare any interest in any of the matters to be considered. No. To identify items for which the press and the public may be excluded. There's no those at this stage. To confirm the minutes of the meeting held on the 7th of January, Wednesday. There's just 2 pages. Page 1. Page 2.
Yeah, can I come in, Chair?
Yeah.
Right. On page 2, on the grounds, facilities and subsection B, grounds, halfway down it says, agreed that the deed be agreed in principle. This is the one for the cricket club. Now, it says it was agreed in principle. I don't recall that being agreed in principle at all. There were several items that I brought up that was wrong with that contract. One of them was also about charges. And that's not mentioned in here. And I say, I don't believe we agreed in principle.
Well, I think we said subject to several staff practical issues which were highlighted for us.
Right, so if it's agreed in principle, does that mean that document's coming back in front of us?
Yes.
Right, okay then. Right.
I've not signed any document at all. It won't be signed until it's being passed by everybody here.
Can I just ask a question? It's just really clarification from the clerk. There's an item on, I'm skipping to the finance thing, the one about the skate park area. Is that where we will approve it or whatever? Because it should it be in the charity rather than the finance meeting? It's 14.9 to consider approved donation of a grinder for skate park area. It's in the finance meeting
because it's the parish council that
right.
owns all the
Right, okay. It's just the fact it's on land.
charity
Right.
owns the land.
But right. Okay, no, I just wanted to clarify they've not got the wrong
Can
bit.
I propose for accept the minutes, please?
Agreed.
Seconded. All in favour?
Are they here? I don't think we've got them yet. That's only place I'm thinking. Yeah, bollard thing, timber.
Yeah. We've done the number count again. We're having to rely on 2 independents.
Evening, Helen.
Hiya.
Right, I move to approve payments, bank signatures, Beck, Brindley, Crown, Island, Jackson, St John and Reserve. 2 of us to sign. Right. Have you got the list? Empire Fire Safety, £93. Security, 660. Kevin repairs to Parish Hall roof and jet drains, 300. City Electrical Factory, 40. N-Power, electricity for the hall, 880. Bradford's drill set and toilet seat hinge.
Can I just stop there? What drill set?
I don't know the drill set is.
It's a drill bit.
Right, so we're having to buy drill bits so a contractor can use them to do a job for us. Is that what we're saying?
I think David Thompson.
Well, sorry, I do apologise because I am wrong. It's something that's been bought from Ratford's. I was under the impression it was a contractor that brought them. So
Lantec, locking and unlocking gates. Kevin's safety rails, £900.
can I just come in?
Car park at £40.
Can I come in about the rails, please?
Yeah.
The safety rails, £900. Which safety rails are they?
The one outside.
We just haven't got them done yet.
The ones, what, sorry?
Oh, I've not seen artist.
The
The
ones,
one outside the field. They're extending them.
they're extending it.
Well, they're making them go further than they were.
Do they agree with
That's what we agree anyway.
Yeah, I think we were replacing some, when we were replacing some
Replacing
timber,
them as well.
I think some of the timber, but all the posts were short, weren't they?
Right, okay, then.
Right, DIY, rock salt and other goods, £170. Have we proposed? That's all in favour? Okay, right, to request a grant from APC. Where is it? Grant is zero, payment in kind to cover employment costs in February 3636.34. Have a proposal that proceed with that?
Yeah, I'll propose
All in
that.
favour?
Can I just ask a question before we go to the final vote? Right? This grant in kind, that's obviously for work. That's obviously for work that our workers do, our parish council workers do for the charity. Do we have an actual breakdown of what work our parish workers do for the charity?
Yeah, just a pro rata thing anyway.
Right.
A ratio between council work and
Right. And what's
what we've always worked on.
right? And what's the pro rata rate?
Oh, I've an idea. Yeah. I'll get it.
One employee is 100%, another employee is 50%,
Right. Okay. Then. Yes.
another employee is 20%. Depends on.
It's all right. Yeah.
Right, all those in favour of signing those off?
Yeah.
Give me 2 signatures. Sign that. Is it? To approve accounts for December 2014, including overview accounts for publishing on the Parish Council website.
Can I move that we accept them, Chair, because we've already agreed them last month?
Yeah,
Can I just ask a quick question on there?
yeah, sure.
Half, 3/4 way down, 200607, Illett and Clark Solicitors, and it says re-access to rear of 35.
Yeah.
Are we recovering that money from them people? So we've had to spend money on solicitors' fees, so
What
if...
was the pay size for it?
Right, I'll leave it at that, and I'll
Okay.
do some more thinking on that one.
Account overview.
Can I just ask a question on the receipts schedule?
Yeah.
There's nothing again on football fees. Do we know where we are on that one, Michael?
The level of payments which would be shown in the January figures, and we're chasing payments.
So we'll have got 2 out of 3, but we're still...
Yeah. Well, it's in hand, I understand. There
Yeah.
is a problem with one of the teams that they have no
Yeah,
longer
they don't
got a
pay.
manager and no longer got a secretary. So one of the team is actually trying to pull it together, and he assures me that it's going to pay up.
Well, he'll have to, because otherwise...
Yeah.
Well, are we
But
going to
the annoying thing about that is that they've had since September, when they still had a manager and whatever.
Yeah,
If they'd have paid it then, we wouldn't have been in this
That's right.
position now,
To
would
be
we?
fair, Siobhan's very much on it now, and there's a lot of
It's on it,
But
emails.
again, to be fair, if they're still playing football without a manager and a secretary, or whatever, they should be able to get together, surely, to come up with some money to pay. It's not just because you lose your manager and secretary doesn't mean you haven't got any money.
No, but I think the thing is, Stuart, bank accounts, things like
Collectively.
that, you've got to...
You have to have 2 signatories.
You've got
I
to
think-
get different
I mean,
signatures for
are we
cheques.
going to have a time frame on it, or are they going to be allowed to play all season again without paying?
We've
Sorry.
already said this, and it's got to be paid within a month. That was done at last meeting.
Which team was still owing then?
I think it's the...
And Stony.
Also, it's
So, and which one out of the...
But only paid 3 games anyway.
I know they don't play many during the season. It's the Anstonians that's the bigger...
But,
thing. I don't want us to be in that position at the end of the season again where we're chasing money.
They
They paid
pay
on dot, yeah. And like I say, if everybody had paid at the beginning of the season, A, we wouldn't be in this position, and they'd have had the money out of the way and they wouldn't have been chasing it. So I think we've just got to keep on top of that. We don't want it happening again like last...
Well, the question that
Like
was
last year.
asked to me was, what's the deposit for? I said, to cover the us, for when you don't pay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not put a deposit down and not paid for 3 If it's all that will happen, give us a deposit minus those three.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is if they default, we've got, at least got some money
Yeah.
out of it, and we can't trace them at this moment in time. If they disappear on Stonians, if they haven't got a manager and a secretary, then they're likely to disappear into the ether totally, and then
Well,
we're
they
going
know
to be...
that, they know
Well,
that,
I
gonna be
propose
stuck.
that we leave it to Siobhan if she's
yeah,
on it.
she's on it, she's got it in hand.
But I'd say I would like it resolved by the next meeting.
John, can I just ask you, I'm going back to what Councillor Thornton said about this re-access to the rear of 35 Brighton Road.
Yeah.
Surely we shouldn't be paying for anything. Surely we would...
I've got the system here, to be honest, so that's,
I was under a similar impression.
yeah, that's all right.
Do we not claim that back off the householders once they have the right? Surely.
That was never indicated in the first instance.
Well, perhaps we need to, because I mean everyone could do this, and if it's going to cost us that much...
People got access now.
Have we entered into a contract with them?
They're not pursuing it.
Right, if they've pulled out, so we get left with the bill, basically, that's
Right.
what's happened. Right.
Okay, but the thing is that perhaps we do in future, and I know the most will have it, but in future, really, we need to put that into a contract, don't we? And really make it aware that they will have to pay our costs, although if they pull out, they won't, obviously.
The problem you have is, like I say, if they've pulled out, as it were,
Yeah.
we can't recover it, because I
We
do
can't,
believe that
can
when we
we?
normally sign contracts, the other party always pays
Yeah,
the legal fees. But maybe we need to look in future how we prevent this happening again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can understand where Helen's coming from, that when this extension was built and we had the car park where it is now built, we had to get, if you like, the agreement of the household as to what was happening. I know that we didn't need it legally because it was parish land.
Well, it's charity.
But that's what we did, but the parish council at that time said, if you like, because they can't park on the main road because it's double yellow lines, we will encourage them to take access off the back.
Yeah.
And at that time, although it's a bit of a memory test, we then, and there's nothing to stop it being changed, we then felt it fair that we would pay our parish fees if they paid their personal fees. So that's the situation.
Yeah.
And clearly that's what we've always done since, because I think, let's say, about 5 or 6 were agreed straight away, including, I won't name her, but the lady at the top. And then 1 or 2 have appeared over the years saying we would like access. There may be new owners of the houses, who knows?
Excuse me, Chair, this is the second one though, isn't it? Because didn't the property at the bottom, they wanted access off the side of the entranceway, I seem to remember. The bottom house, they wanted to come in. They did approach us about gaining access off the side entrance road, and we went so far down the road with that, and then they decided against it. Sorry, that didn't cost us anything.
That fell as soon as we found.
Right, yeah, before we went any further. But in effect, in this one, they've allowed us to go down the route, accrue legal fees, and we don't even get 50%
Which
back, which
perhaps
is a bit
would
of
be unusual, I would say.
it's not a good deal on our part.
No.
But make sure that we take that.
No.
Again, right. Okay. All right, so that's fine.
I didn't bring it up.
No, we earlier on, you first.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay, you're
I had an
right.
idea what had probably happened earlier on.
You're right, Alan. All right.
Can I just ask a question on, are we going on to shared payments? Over the page, are we there yet, Chair? On the payment schedule, 200602, it says Landtech Gates 355. Could you just, I'm not sure which gates they are. We've got that many. Do you know which ones they are, Michael? Can you elucidate? Just says Gates 355. Is that new gates? Repairing gates? Which gates?
It would have been on the list in December, and then the paperwork you
Right, oh.
checked it, but it's a memory test.
Yes, Mr. Pearson. I don't know. I can't remember.
Perhaps they can find out
Mm.
the coroner.
Yeah.
It's just, but it says gate, I mean, we've got that many, I don't know whether it's renewing them,
Well,
repairing them.
that was a land tax, so it's not to do with, it's not to do with.
Right, so, it's just,
Unless it's locking and unlocking, but it would have said locking and unlocking.
yeah, which it normally does.
God, could the chair use his discretion and clear it up?
Yeah, we can always look at that. It was last month, wasn't it? We approved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
So what we're supposed to do.
All he's got to do is ask him, is he?
Yeah. Right, accounts overview.
Yeah, I propose we accept those.
Opposed? Everybody
No,
seconded? Seconded. All those in favour, please show. To discuss management accounts.
Perhaps it isn't it? Same thing. Can I just go back on that one? It would appear to be the same figure as locking and unlocking gates, so is that,
Yeah.
that's, because it says it on the accounts overview, we've got a
I
lot.
was going to show you there.
Yeah, it's same figure, so I presume that is, that's fine, that's all right,
So summary, approve the accounts. Overview accounts you've had. To discuss management accounts.
Are we on this one?
That's
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Can I just ask them, the anticipated figure to the end of the year is £43 surplus, and this is from a December figure. Are we on track to come in on budget, or is it that likely?
That's also a good suggestion.
No, but 43 is quite it's on the line, isn't it? It's on the borderline. We're £43 surplus as of December.
Well, that's anticipated.
I'm just asking the question, are we, because the figure of total receipts is a minus figure, no. But I'm just asking the question, are we on track to come in
Yeah, we are still...
on budget by the end of the
It
year?
includes the anticipators. Mike's already sort of looked out to the end of April, and so he's saying that get to that point would be 43.
I understand, I'm just asking the question, just make sure everybody's aware that that's, if we come at £43 it'd be a miracle.
Can we accept that, please?
Yeah.
Opposed,
Yeah.
seconded? All in favour? Nothing to exclude the press for. Nothing. Date and time of next meeting, Wednesday, the 4th of March, at 7 o'clock.
In March.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Think about next meeting.
Yeah, but
Meeting closed.